Hello YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. Welcome to the live coverage of the 5th to last race of the Extreme World Racing League Formula 1 Season 5. I'm Emerson Arden and we're here tonight at the virtual Le Castellet, France for the French Grand Prix. With 15 twisting and winding corners in a sea of blue circuit, Paul Ricard made its return to Formula 1 in 2018, and at 3.6 miles, the circuit plays host to World Touring Car Championship, MotoGP, and the 6 hours of Castellet. Looking at the points battle coming into today's race, it is 5 whole points between Ferrari driver Troy and Alfa Romeo driver Hector. Hector, with his 5-week vacation out of 6 races, decided that it was time for a chase. He's put it on brilliantly, winning 4 for 4 in the past 4 races. Will he make it 5 in a row tonight? We'll have to see how that goes. Looking at the battle further back, Jonathan Cox has now opened up a 13-point gap, 4v battle for third with his Mercedes teammate Neil. In the battle for 5th on back is very tight between TK and Ben and Francis. Francis is making his return. I don't know where TK is. Oh no, TK is joining late, that's right. But this could really shape things up with Francis making his return and many things missing today. He'll drop out of that battle for 5th. In the battle further back, Charles making his return the past couple weeks now. He looks to leapfrog Pillars for 9th in points. So that's how the points are shaped out. Let's get to the action with the qualifying session, which we have drivers on track. Let's see where they are all at. It looks like it is the Mercedes of Neil trying to take over 3rd place in points. He is right now out on track. The third is part of the track. Actually, no, that's the wrong Mercedes. It's Jonathan Cox. Then, all right, now it's the Racing Points taking to the track. Furthest along, Hector has invalidated his lap time. Probably doing a little bit of slipstream down on that back straightaway. He'll get out of the way and let Alfa Romeo teammate Ben right on through. Ben's making the switch from Renault a couple weeks ago to Alfa Romeo. Brother Dan has forfeited his seat and Ben into the pit lane. So Hector comes off the final corner. He'll start his flying lap. We'll find the Williams of Freddie to set the top time, and it'll be top of the charts for Freddie. It's a 1:31.017. We'll find Mercedes driver Neil working his way through the twisting and winding final sector of the course, and Neil comes through the final corner. Neil to the line, and it'll be easily top of the charts, a 1:28.475. Let's see who else is coming to the line. It's Colton going second quickest with a 1:30.531. Colton into the fray. Let's see who else is working their way through the final sector now. We have Mercedes driver Jonathan Cox and soon vying to be point leader in the Alfa Romeo Hector, who's having trouble getting that Alfa Romeo to stick within the track limits. But Jonathan Cox, who holds 3rd in the point standings, winds his way through turn 14 and 15 now. Hector into the pit lane. Oh my goodness, somebody needs to mute their mic. But here comes Jonathan Cox. He'll go top of the charts by 0.3 of a second. It's a 1:28.145 for the Mercedes driver, and it's a Mercedes 1-2 at the moment. We have Red Bull driver Charles coming around to start a timed lap. Let's find our way back to the AlphaTauri of Robert, who's going to go round off the second chicane. Well, I'll say second chicane, the first chicane. The only chicane on the backstretch. There's a lot of chicanes back there. Give me a break. So catch up with Charles, who's trying to leapfrog pillars in the point standings. Is Kyle Larson about to win? That's pretty cool. What a story. Yeah, I know, but on the top stage. I mean, after what happened in. Okay, I don't pay for Dirt Vision. So it's the top stage to people who pay that much for Dirt Vision, yes. Here comes Charles off of the final corner to the line. It is a 129.606. It'll be third on the charts for the Red Bull of Charles. We have 2 racing points out there on the back of the course. Jeremy and Francis working with one another. I think this is the first race they're both, you know, in the same race. Jeremy and Francis, no. I mean, same race and the same team. It'll be Jeremy then Francis starting his lap time. It's good to see Francis back in the car. He really has. After his 3 wins in the first 4 starts, Francis has missed the Netherlands, come and finished second at Mexico, missed Hungary, came and finished second at Australia, missed Coda. And, I mean, we can only imagine what's going to happen today, as it's already an invalid lap time for Francis. Maybe he's feeling the pressure. I don't know whose favorite track this is. So we're kind of in a little bit of a lull here. Everybody running out laps and time laps except Jeremy. And we'll see what Jeremy can do with this. But, I mean, he's the only driver who hasn't invalidated the lap or isn't on an out lap right now. Or cooldown lap. Scrambled egg lap. Oh yeah, this lap ain't gonna do anything. He's so off the pace right now. What is happening? I mean, if you invalidate here, you invalidate the next lap as well. Alright, and so mean-worthy competition comes to the line. It'll be Neil coming off turn 15 and starting his flyer. Once again, the second time this session he'll go on a flying lap. And it'll be Alfa Romeo driver Ben taking to the track for his first timed lap of the session. Well, second attempt at a first timed lap. Did he pick up his Renault teammate? No, he did not pick up his Renault teammate for Slipstream this time. By the way, Jeremy won a 144.957. Robert won a 155.684. Both, what's this? 14 and 15. No, more than that. 16 and 17 seconds off the pace. But Robert had a spin, and Jeremy forgot where the gas pedal was. Here comes Neil and Ben. Neil with his lap. to the line. Will go a 1:27.9:33. It's top of the charts for Neil, and down the front straightaway comes the Alfa Romeo Ben, who goes third quickest on the mediums, might I add. A 1:29.502, barely edging out Charles on the mediums with a 1:29.606. Colton ran a 1:30.533. He's coming off the pit lane for a warm-up lap. Troy is starting a timed lap, and Hector coming around to start a timed lap, along with Charles. We'll go ahead and catch up with Mercedes driver Jonathan Cox, riding third in points, 94 back, a point leader Troy, and 13 ahead of Neil. Oh, Charles has crashed out of the session off of turn number 2. Very high speed chicane, high speed exit off of turn 2. It'll be Jonathan Cox going top of the charts of a 1:27.765, and once again, the Mercedes duo at the top of the charts showing their dominance. Francis coming around to start a timed lap. We'll find Alfa Romeo driver Robert on an invalid lap, and we'll find Hector on yet another invalid lap. But Troy is not, and Troy roaring through 14. Can he keep it tidy through 15? And to the line for our championship point leader, Troy, third quickest on the mediums, a 1:29.095. And Troy has locked in his 1:29.095 on the mediums. And Francis doing everything he can to miss that turn 12 apex. Alright. And Jeremy has retired from the session. Off of the final corner, Francis to the line. Will go. It'll be sixth quickest for the Racing Point driver. 1:29.658. Yeah, he did it this place last season. Kyle starting a timed lap with 2.5 minutes left. I don't know if you're gonna get lapping. How about Colton improving his lap time? Stay 7th. And Francis is still pushing on those mediums. We'll see what he can do. No, never mind. This is a time lag. That's why he's pushing. Oh, it might just throw you into a car, which will probably throw you into the Ferrari since the Mercedes are full anyway. No, I know. Yeah, okay. And Francis goes 5th quickest, almost 1/10th quick, 1/1000. I'm sorry, 1/100th quicker than Charles. And Kyle goes 10th quickest, 1:31.842. And Colton has pulled off the course. He's also taken out a Fly Emirates sign for good measure. Yeah, here comes the chaser. How does he start the race? He potentially takes over the championship point lead. Let's ride on board with the second place driver in points and our current defending series champion. Kyle Larson proving that was a good signing for Rick Hendrick. And to the line, all you can do is say, wow, what a lap on those mediums. It'll put him fourth quickest at 1:29.140, but it's slower than Troy. And now for pole and around goes Jonathan Cox. It's all for Neil now. Can Neil take pole away from his team? No, he's going to go round. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And it is a Mercedes 1-2, and it is Jonathan Cox on the pole position. Oh my. Oh man, what a battle! No, like that is crazy. I thought that was gonna be a close pole position battle. I mean, still was. Wow, wow, wow! What a qualifying session. The championship point leader showing some hope. Showing that he can out-qualify Hector on the same tire. It'll be pretty tight in that battle. Ben also the third driver on the mediums. Francis the fourth driver on mediums. And Charles the fifth driver on the mediums. We find our way back to eighth. We had Colton, and we'll get the rest of the starting grid on the other side. But what a qualifying session. And wow, both Mercedes drivers spinning. Both of them going for pole. What a lap. Oh, okay. That's weird. Your points will still go to Ferrari. No problem. No, I think there's a... Yeah, it is. Make sure to load in your setups, boys. Well, TK, because everybody else's setup is locked. Oh, wow, wow, wow. So, we're not getting a last the first challenge. Yeah. 27 laps before we take on our 27 laps of Grand Prix racing action. We first must go through our starting. Kyle cannot. Wow, Kyle's already disqualified from the formation lap. Okay. There you go. Let's go through our starting lineup in our row number 1. Wow, you'd think these cars are not on equal at this rate, but it's the paired Mercedes drivers. Oh my goodness. If you're speaking about time penalty, you're talking to the guy that you know that had, I think, like 44 days worth of penalties at Monza in season 1. Or no, 44 years. 44 years worth. We did the math. But here we go. Row 1. It's the Mercedes drivers of Jonathan Cox and Neil. We're going their 3rd and 4th in points, and they're starting 1st and 2nd. Row 2. It's the championship battle with the Ferrari driver of Troy. He'll be alongside his championship competitor. Oh my goodness. Wow. I did not know Venti was in the Racing Point this week. Oh my goodness, what is happening? I haven't even made it past 4th on the formation lap on the grid. Oh, row 3, we will find our season 3 champion, Ben, and alongside of him, the driver who has yet to finish any lower than 2nd. He's got quite a challenge tonight, but starting 6th, will Francis get up to the 2nd position again. Row number 4, we'll find the Red Bull driver of Charles, and alongside of him, Haas driver of Colton. And row number 5 is all sorts of piece. You know, row number 5 is back on the grid because Jeremy decided he wanted to go for a little spin on the formation lap in the similar fashion of Venti at Monza. But it'll be Freddie and Jeremy row 5. Kyle decided he was not partaking in the formation lap. He'll start row 6 alongside Killing for Cash and Robert. In row number 7, he'll be doing the last and first challenge this time. Alright. Yeah, it'll be TK starting in the 13th position. And here we go. The drivers have gridded up. It is time to bring the action. And it is lights out, and away we go. Jonathan gets off the line big time, trying to cover off Neil, but Neil with the run up the right side. They're gonna go side by side, hardcore into 1. Jonathan at the preferred line, then Neil has it in turn 2. Oh, there's a bollard gone, and it's Hector ahead of Troy. They're 3rd. That battle's gonna go to the wire. Everybody snakes their way through Sector 1, and it's Charles holding on to 5th on Ben. TK already from 13th to 7th. What a drive it's been for the McLaren. He'll be scored as a Ferrari. My goodness, we're gonna need to see that again later. What a run through the 1st sector alone. And here's the point battle right here. The 2 Mercedes boys up ahead, but this is it right here. Hector and Troy. If Hector beats Troy today, Hector is the point leader. If Troy beats Hector today, Troy is still the point leader. Well, I say that actually, it's a 5-point gap. I'm just assuming these guys are going to be towards the top of the running order with this strategy. That it makes sense, but it's a 5-point gap. So technically, Troy can still be the point leader leaving today, depending on where these guys finish. There's a whole lot of math involved. It's 5 points. Just count them as you will. But at the completion of lap 1, it'll be Jonathan Cox leading teammate Neil over drivers on the medium sector, and Troy, fastest lap for Jonathan at a 1:37.943 on the soft compound. Charles, Ben, and TK, and Francis down to 8th. I mean, look at the competition amongst the top 8, man. This is crazy. And then Freddie doing his best to keep in touch. Something happened to Colton. He's all the way to the last car. And to find his way back around Robert and Kyle. Jonathan opening up nearly a second advantage on Neil, and he has. Neil has the second on Hector. And Hector does not have a second on Troy. Hector for better exit out of the chicane votes up to 0.6 of a second. This section right here is quite the section. Turn 11 and 12. Troy trying to put the power down to keep with Hector. Jacob in the chat saying in before Kyle Rex again. Not sniper, by the way. Okay. It'll be Jonathan Cox going to 132, 380 on the soft tires. And now DRS is a thing, and this championship battle, they're separated by 0.7 of a second, give or take, as they work their way through Sector 1. And at DRS detection, Troy is there. So this is it. Let's have a race here, boys. We also look back here. The battle for 6th is going to heat up with TK on Ben. Jacob said, bruh, I should have raced. Probably could have gotten points again. And Jacob out serving his 2-week suspension for his actions, if you will. Troy maintained that 0.7 of a second deficit to current series defending, or the current defending series champ Hector. 5/10s working through their way. Turn 12 into 3-second time penalty for the AlphaTauri driver of Robert. Here we go. The book of penalties begins. Chapter 1. All over the inside curbing at turn 2 was Troy, trying to keep touch with Hector. How about this battle for last? Kyle and Robert. Oh, I mean, they went side by side into turn 3. That was shaping up to be a fun one. Here we go. The AlphaTauri on the Renault down the inside. Who wants last? It looks like Kyle will take last for now. Robert will go up to 12th. And all over the inside curbing. Robert all over the left side curbing. A battle for the ages. Back up front, the battle for 3rd. Still staying stagnant in this regard to the time. But they've caught the Mercedes duo a little bit. I can't tell if that was just visually through 14 and 15 or they've actually caught them. The gap between Jonathan and Hector is staying at 2.7. Into the pit lane goes Racing Point driver Jeremy, and it's a 3-second time penalty for our race leader. Jonathan Cox, with a 1.6 second advantage, takes his first time penalty of the day on lap 5. So bring out the calculators. Right at the moment, Neil is our theoretical race leader. And Jonathan's 3-second time penalty, if things were to end right now, will put him, I mean, right in front of Troy. How about side by side with Troy? Into the chicane, it's another 3-second time penalty for Robert, but Troy, big time gains into the chicane. Can he keep it up on the exit? It's up to 0.6. 6/10 would be better than 7/10 through the slipstream. No DRS, by the way, on that part of the straightaway. They're still going at it for 11th. And they're both going wide through 11. Here we go to turn 12. Into the pit lane goes race leader Jonathan Cox. Down and away on a fresh set of mediums. Oh, Robert out of the session. That's going to be a safety car, and Jonathan Cox has just pitted. Oh my goodness. What happened? Oh my. Oh my goodness. He's put on intermediate tires. He has put on intermediate tires, everybody. No, Jeremy. I'm sorry, Kyle. Oh my goodness. Here you go. Green ring tires on a very dry racetrack. Can you make it around without those things drying up? Boys. Y'all remember when David put on rain tires during practice? Well, Kyle's one up David with rain tires during the race. Now... Oh yeah, he used up all his tires at Canada in season 1 with so many punctures. He had to put on rain tires. That's all he had. We also though, in his defense, we did full length races at that point, but still. Into the pit lane goes race leader Neil, and along with Hector and Troy, Charles, TK. How about bringing everybody? Ben and Francis and Freddie. It's a 5-second speeding penalty. No, it's a collision between Ben and Francis. And Jonathan barely, I mean, he had to be on it. Save the clips, boys. Save the clips. It's okay. And Kyle comes in from his lap of intermediates. Well, I mean, that's one way to get your second tire compound in. You know, you have to use 2 compounds a race, and Kyle got the memo. Yeah, that what a debut for Kyle at Renault. All right, back up front with all the sane drivers. Under the safety car, 11 drivers queued up. And it is Jonathan Cox, our race leader, on 1 lap on mediums. While Neil and Hector have hards. While Troy and TK have softs. What a grab bag of strategies we have up here. The top 5 on 3 different tire compounds. Well, are the hards gonna go to the end here? I can't imagine they will. What is Troy doing? This is the second. This is the second race. This is the second race that Troy has pulled a questionable strategy while being chased in this point battle. So I don't know, man. If it comes down to it, I mean, 2 races in a row. I don't quite know how the strategy outlook is. I mean, but this is I can't explain what strategy Troy's going. I mean, obviously he's gonna probably do like a medium soft or soft medium soft. I'm sorry, medium soft. Yeah. Which, I mean, I get. Will 2 stints on medium, or I'm sorry, will 2 stints on softs outdo 1 stint on hards? Is another question. Oh, Cody, your first race in the Outlaw Sim Series is going to be Wednesday, and it's at Daytona. Oh my goodness, good luck. And I'll tell you, man, those boys go wild on plate tracks. They go wild. But here we go. The safety car is in. Jonathan has the field in his control. Don't run yourselves over. It'll be Neil alongside of him, and then Hector, then Troy, TK, Charles, Ben, Freddie, Colton, Jeremy, Kyle, and Francis. Everybody is queued up besides the AlphaTauri who's wrecked out. We are back to racing. Jonathan trying to overcome his 3-second penalty. And Hector blows right on by Neil on the front stretch. Said, see you later. And now Troy's got some work to do on these softs. He's got to go. Oh, in contact! No! Troy has run into the back of Neil. Here goes Troy. The third. TK following suit. The fourth. Can TK get onto the podium? He's going to send it. He peeks to the inside. He does not send it. Hoping for a safety car at a track with walls barely anywhere is quite the ask, but we did just have one. Didn't we go safety car free at Coda? Yeah, Ben goes at 131.968 on the soft compound as everybody works their way through. Yeah, we saw that McLaren get wicked loose out of 2. I don't know if you heard, but I couldn't tell. I think it was maybe Neil who said good catch. Okay, I didn't know if you had it muted or... And Troy up to second on the damaged front wing on those softs. So Troy, the theoretical leader, but he's going to have to make a second stop. He goes purple in Sector 2. Okay, we start a full course yellow. So Troy is on it, trying to close up the gap to Mercedes driver Jonathan Cox. The pit window apparently is open according to virtual AWS. Whatever pit window that is. 3-second time penalty for our Season 3 champ Ben and Colton. So here comes TK on Hector. Hector gonna have to do a little bit of defending here. And there's a caution sectors 1 and 2. That is Jeremy gone round. Nothing to see back there. Continue on up front. Yeah, like 3 years ago, man. We're living. I actually did, yeah. It wasn't rejected. I completely understand what's happening. No, that's not what happened at all. It is what it is, man. It was gonna be a concert last night. It's alright. Anyway, back to the race. Troy actually lost nearly a second to Jonathan Cox that lap, as the softs already gone out. I knew that, but yeah, those front tires are not helping. Or I'm sorry, that front end is not helping those front tires, and Jeremy going for a spin cycle again. Did I? Yeah, he's spinning again. Not often. Yeah, not often. Once a sector. And now this is Hector back on Troy. All over the gearbox of the Ferrari, trying to go high through 11. The tires are crying for help on the Ferrari, and Troy has a 3-second time penalty. I can't recall when that happened, but just to dig his own grave a little deeper. Boys, that Ferrari is in trouble. And behind him, with his damaged front wing and screaming for mercy, soft tires, you have defending series champ Hector, who's chasing him down in the points. You have TK, you have Ben, you have Neil, and then you have Charles another 1.5 seconds back, but he's coming as well. We got a little bit of a queue back here, boys, and this Ferrari's got to get on it. Hector, he's sending it through the apex of 11. He couldn't get down there. And into the pit lane goes Troy. He said enough is enough suffering. He's got to hope for a safety car to fall his way. And now the queue lies on Hector. He's got a steaming McLaren Team A and the Alfa Romeo and Mercedes behind him. And even when they're not in the same car, they still box one lap after one another. Around the outside, Ben looks and he will complete the pass onto the podium. And Hector has absolutely driven away. He's going to look to try to get 1 second out of Jonathan's lead because that's all he needs. He doesn't need to, be ahead of Jonathan. It's a 3-second time penalty for no name TK. Oh, you have no HUD? Wow. And it's another 3-second time penalty for a race leader. Jonathan Cox has actually opened up margin on Hector. It's almost 4.5 seconds. But puts himself in a box now where he still needs to gain another 1.5 seconds to even be clear of his own penalties. And Kyle has wrecked it. And here comes Neil on Ben. How long does Ben stay out on those softs? And Ben into the pit lane. Yeah, the 5 seconds. Here comes Charles on Neil. Charles onto the podium on his 9-lap old hards. How about Freddie? Give him a little shout out before he gets eaten up by the Ferrari boys. Riding in the 6th position. The battle's here as I think that's Freddie heading into the pit lane. That is. We look forward. Kyle with a 3-second time penalty. Let's take a look at Francis, who is on pace for his worst finish this season. I mean, this man has not finished outside the top 2 all season. It's a 5-second penalty for Jeremy for speeding into the pit lane. I tell you, this is Francis's 7th start. In his 6 prior starts, he has 3 second-place finishes and 3 wins. Neil's still keeping touch with Charles on both of them running 10 lap old hards. And Neil a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Trying to keep up with Charles. Let's check in on race leader Jonathan, who, wonder what the call here is on his 12 lap old mediums. Granted, a few of those laps were under the safety car. Ben, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We continue to watch this battle for third. Neil, again, not losing any time to Charles, and Jonathan Cox hits the pit lane for another fresh set of mediums. So Hector takes over the race lead, and these two penalty boys back here, the Red Bull and the Mercedes of Charles and Neil, with 3 seconds apiece. This puts Francis technically, no, this does put Francis in the position where he can take second, you know, should everything finish the way they are right now. With the penalties the way they are and him not having any and the two guys ahead of him having 3 seconds, he's just at that 3-second mark for Charles. Malenko in the chat acknowledging Cody's existence. And it's a 3-second time penalty again for the Red Bull of Charles. Let's spice up this second place battle even more. Which is at the moment, again, driving Francis still has the pit. But Francis is at the moment second after just saying he's in position for his worst finish this season. So again, with the pit stop, we'll see how this works out. It's probably, I hope we'll see. Well, he's trying to go for it on those mediums then. As he's also in the process of catching Neil and Charles. As if he doesn't already get them on penalties. He's trying to pass them just straight up on the track as well. Here's Troy trying to salvage what he can. trying to get the spot on his, well, normally it would be his teammate, but with the joining late today in the McLaren is TK. You're good, fam. And his fastest lap on the mediums for Jonathan Cox, a 1:31.891. He's down in the 5th position. And now Neil's starting to close up on Charles once again. Our Charles tire starting to peak a little bit. Now Charles has eaten out some of the gap from Hector as well. I just watched all 3 of these guys use their ERS in very similar fashions. Oh, that's great. That's some great stuff. Don't look too soon. Francis is still on the chart and still trying to take second physically on the track. Meanwhile, Troy has not been able to catch nor pass his teammate as they come onto the front straightaway, down in the 6th and 7th positions. At the way things are right now, this is a huge point swing. Not only does Troy lose the point lead at this rate, but Hector takes on. I mean, what are we thinking here? If he stays 7th, then that's 6 points, and yeah, it's a 5-point deficit. So still give it what it's gonna be 19 points. The gap that Hector holds over Troy at the end of this. That's just if things hold. No, I did that math wrong. It's going to be 14 points, but nonetheless, it's still a large margin. But I can't say anything about TK's run. It's really based on that first lap, starting 13th and being up to 7th at the end of Sector 1. What a masterful start from TK. Not even in the car he's used to being in that McLaren. Jonathan Cox goes faster with a 1:31.767. Should hold on to that fastest lap point for his own. Francis trying to hold on to those tires. And the top 3 have really stagnated in their relative gaps. Kyle, a 5-second speeding penalty into the pit lane for the Renault driver. It's a fresh set of softs for Alfa Romeo driver Ben. So 4 laps to go here at Circuit Paul Ricard in the French Grand Prix, and Hector holding on to his 2-second advantage, approaching lap traffic. That's Jeremy up the road. And Jeremy will let Hector right on by. Charles trying what he can to close that gap. That stayed stagnant at 1.9, while Neil has lost a little bit of touch. And Francis staying stagnant in 4th. It's back here to teammates going at it for 6th. Troy still desperately just trying to find his way up to 6th. Trying to cut his deficit to 12 points by the end of the night if he can get to 6th. Three laps to go. And Troy can do nothing but just follow suit. Try to find a way around TK, who has a lap fresher mediums than he does. And I think this is all stemming back to the front wing damage he took with Neil, which put him behind TK in the first place, as Ben goes fastest of his 1:30.564. But Troy having to take that wing damage put him behind TK on the track, while TK was able to go an extra lap, take his fresh mediums, and pretty much sit in front of Troy this whole time. But Troy, try as he might, still stays behind him with 2 laps to go. Back end is open once again on the Ferrari, but not a whole lot he can do about it. Just trying to close and staying stagnant. Another 3-second time penalty for Jonathan Cox. And now we're talking 9 seconds. If TK didn't have a penalty, he'd be in that conversation for 5th. Here comes Troy down the inside. And around the outside, Troy will take over the 6th position. Here comes TK right back, side by side down the back. Here we go into 10. TK files in line all over the gearbox of his Ferrari teammate. He wants to send it into 11. Will he send it all over that right rear tire of Troy? Troy gets a little bit of breathing room on the way to turn 12. Now Francis, he's not too happy with his tire health. Will he make it back around? We've started the final lap here at Circuit Paul Ricard. Hector with his drive at 1.4 seconds. He's being caught by Charles as Francis goes by. Oh, puncture for Neil. Neil has a puncture. He's going to go round. No, he holds on to it. There's a caution in Sector 2 for Neil. And TK gets another 3-second time penalty. And Francis, he's 6 seconds back. Is he close enough to snag Charles to try to still get his best or tie his worst finish on the season? Who cares? Because he's coming through turn 14, 15, and God, I think this is the 10th time this season Hector is gonna win the French Grand Prix. Charles will come home in second, and it's all gonna come down to the time penalties. Francis will get third. Jonathan fourth. Here we go. The battle. The final corner is puncture. The championship leader around the outside. Troy goes on by. TK by. Troy for fifth. TK sixth. Neil seventh. Who's out of fuel? I don't know who's out of fuel, but I'm guessing somebody who already finished. Troy was out of fuel. Oh my goodness, Troy was hauling to the line with no fuel. Ben will come across the line in 8th, but I believe he snags fastest lap. Colton will go home 9th, and Freddie will edge himself another point. Oh my goodness. And Kyle takes a 10-second time penalty with that blatant corner cut. I mean, he's just trying to get himself disqualified at this point. Another 10-second time penalty. But it'll be Kyle coming across the line in 11th and puts it in the barrier for good measure. Oh my goodness. And it's driver of the day! No name! But wow. I gotta say, it was a pretty calm race. But that finish, wow, that really turned up at the end. Neil with a blown tire, Troy out of fuel, TK with no name coming down the front stretch. Who takes it? It was Troy over Neil over TK as the results show, and only 2 drivers without a time penalty. A race winner and a driver with now his worst finish in EWRL competition, 3rd. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. Do I dare even read the book of, oh my goodness, time penalties. It was 28 seconds today. Alright, let's try to get our podium interviews in here. Oh, man. Next week is off. The week after that is Bahrain. Yes, sir. Alright, trying to join the party here on PlayStation. It's going to take a minute. Okay, so let's get to it. And it is Francis, 3rd place. I can't believe I'm saying that's your worst finish this season. But how does 3rd feel to you after starting, I believe it was 6th?
Yeah, so the car felt like crap. I don't know how that was. I think I loaded the wrong setup, and from there everything went downhill. So yeah,
Now,
that's pretty much it.
I was to say, um, your strategy. You went to the end on those mediums with that safety car. Was I mean, I know you said you were gonna go to the end for sure. Was there any
Yeah.
doubt after you said that?
After I said what? Sorry.
After you said
Sorry, cut off.
after you said you were gonna go to the end on the mediums.
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, was there any doubt?
Oh, yeah, there was. I finished the race with like 84%. Yeah.
That's crazy. Was it that then the tire management that costed you second? Because you were only about 1 second away from, well, you were 0.8 of a second away from taking second based on penalties.
I think it was just the whole car. Like I
Okay.
didn't have a good setup. I was in no man's land for literally the first half of the race, so that's what cost me ideally. And then hitting Ben. So yeah.
Fair enough. Well, we're off next week, but in 2 weeks we're at Bahrain. How do you feel about that fast-paced track?
Hopefully everything is fixed by then. I think it should, so I'm aiming for like a podium. And it's a track too, so it's a track.
It is a track, huh?
Yes, sir.
Right on. And yeah, how does it feel now that your stat is your worst finish is third?
Well, it's for now, right? Because I don't know. It depends what the stewards decide. So yeah. I mean,
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. Just yet.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't know if there's anything that'll be like reprimandable. I mean, of course I'll review it, but it more reviewing it to see if those 5 seconds stand. But
Right.
yeah, we'll see. Oh yeah, I guess then yeah, if those 5 seconds for whatever reason are, if it's found to be repealed, I guess that is second then.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean second? Like,
If the 5 second penalty gets rescinded.
oh yeah, yeah.
We'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, still a podium is your worst finish. It's pretty remarkable after 7 races. We'll leave you to it. Congratulations on your third place finish for now, and yeah, best of luck to you in 2 weeks' time at Bahrain.
Yeah, thanks.
Right on, Charles. That second place finish, man. What could you have done differently to maybe snag out that win?
Yeah, just not getting the penalties, if I'm honest. The qualifying again wasn't really good. Yeah, as you saw, I crashed. Yeah, I didn't really get the ideal lap in qualifying. Had a lot of understeer and wasn't attacking the curbs that I would have liked to have attacked. But yeah, it was a good race. Start was good. I got past, I think, the Racing Point and the Alpha. So yeah, we gained 2 positions there, which was vital. And then in the first stint, it was just trying to create a gap to the guys behind. And yeah, try and catch up to Troy and Hector, who were battling quite hard at that moment in the first stint. So yeah.
Right on. Now the time penalties. I know it plagued everybody at this track in particular, but what were they to you? Was it just forgetting about track limits, or was it pushing, or what?
It was particularly, yeah, pushing. So in corner 1, you really want to attack that curb, just so you get the car rotated over. If you attack the car, because on this track it's all about your positioning, right, into the corners.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I rode that curb quite a few times a little bit too wide, and it gave me a warning. And yeah, that's probably why I had like the 6 seconds. Yeah, there, and I think a few the other corner in the middle sector where you have to kind of cut that curb to get the car rotated around.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's fine margins on this track.
Yeah, I assume they all are. Pretty much everyone's strict. Not next week, 2 weeks from today, we're gonna be at Bahrain. How do you feel about Bahrain?
I'd agree with Francis, is it? Yeah, I'd agree with what he said. It's a good racetrack. Yeah, and strategy will be something to consider because there's lots of different strategies you can do around there. And yeah, it's just all in all a really nice track for overtaking, and just yeah, it's just a solid track in general.
Right on. Well, congratulations on your second place finish, and best luck to you in 2 weeks' time at Bahrain.
Thank you, Anderson.
And it is our new point leader, and with let me count real quick. 3, 6, 9, the 10th win on the season. Back-to-back double-digit win seasons, man. And I think you did tie the top of the F1 all-time wins list as well with that. Nice. How does that feel, man? Back-to-back double-digit win seasons. Getting to that, tying your goal, the top of the F1 wins list. How does that all feel?
It feels nice just to have that number up there, have my name up there for the time being. Records are made to be beat, so I expect somebody to come back or somebody new to just run away with it again. So yeah, we all have our periods of somebody's here, somebody's winning and whatnot, but I mean, it's nice.
So the point battle, I think a lot of people, when you were really set to come back, a lot of people kind of wrote off the championship battle. But how was the chase and putting in all the work to get the 5 wins in a row, and now being the point leader with 4 races left? How does that feel, and then what's the game plan going out? But first, about the chase.
Chase is always interesting. This isn't my first chase. I'm in the middle of another chase in another league too. So, yeah, it's not something that I'm not used to. It's something that I do enjoy sometimes. So yeah, it just it forces me to be concentrated, but more consistent than concentrated. So, yeah, just that the only thing is I'm losing like a bit of a motivation from PS4. Yeah, so I don't feel 100% here. I don't feel like I'm at my best. Even though when I just go to PC, I'm instantly back to where I feel like I want to be and where I should be. It just doesn't compare to PC. So it's very bittersweet. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, fair enough. I can definitely see that. Just losing, gradually losing, maybe not interest, but losing, like you said, the motivation to get on here and race all the time, especially when the PC is so readily available. I totally understand that part.
Yeah, it's a totally different physics to understand, and the visual aspect as well makes a massive part. So yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. Just to keep it short and sweet, an example I can give you is I can give a couple of hours of time trial on the PC just to go 3, 4, or 5 tenths quicker on the PlayStation within a half an hour of gameplay. So, yeah, these two platforms are not the same.
Fair enough. Is somebody on the toilet or?
Facts.
What's happening here?
What?
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think I want to know.
Francis.
Dude, it wasn't me. I was muted the whole time, bro.
Yo, that's Cap.
It's Chaz.
No, it's not. His mic has not moved at all. It's only been yours.
What do you mean? I was muted the whole time, dude.
Cap.
No. Charles's mic was moving on my end, but.
Oh, was
Well, I've been silent listening to Hector's interesting talk on PC.
Well, whoever was taking a leak on Mike, thank you for that. Definitely appreciate that. Thank you for your contributions. Anyway, 4 races left, starting in 2 weeks' time at Bahrain. How do you feel? And now on the title defense, these final 4 races.
Right. Hey, somebody have.
Thomas.
What'd you say?
How do you feel about Bahrain in these final 4 races and now being on title defense?
I don't mind Bahrain, and yeah, it's just doing the same thing, getting into the same routine, just race, show up, and be consistent. So, yeah, I don't mind Bahrain, but still, it's like same thing that I just said a couple minutes ago between platforms. So, yeah.
All right, fair enough. Well, we'll leave you to it. Congratulations on the 10th win on the season. I believe that's the 23rd win for you. Yeah.
Tied with Ben, 5th all time, and above you by 1.
yeah, you wanted to break that tie for sure. No. But once again, congratulations. Best luck to you these final 4 races. And yeah. Right on. So that's going to conclude our coverage tonight of the Extreme World Racing League Formula 1 Season 5 French Grand Prix. Again, the race, about what I expected, about what anyone expects when you come to France. But wow, that finish turned up the wick at the end. Very, very happy with the product that there at the end. Once again, congratulations to Hector, new point leader, taking over the... or getting over double-digit wins this season. I think he's a win away from taking over the top of the F1's wins list. Come find out in 2 weeks' time if he continues that streak of what it would be his 6th in a row if he can get it done at Bahrain, and taking over that top of the wins list if he can get it done at Bahrain. You'll find out in 2 weeks' time, Wednesday, March 21st, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Actually, daylight savings is somewhere around here. Was it today? Or is it next week? When does daylight savings switch? I don't know. It doesn't really affect the time here. I think Greenwich Mean Time. Here in the States, daylight savings somewhere around here. Anyway, 2 weeks time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, I think. Y'all stay safe. If it's cold, stay warm. If it's warm, stay cool. We'll see you then. Have a good break. We'll see you.